All right, we need to spend some time on the Monday night game because this has fantasy implications, championship implications for a lot of owners. You have a lot of names in this game, from Jeremy Hill to Gio Bernard, A.J. Green situation, Marvin Jones, and then on the other side of the ball, Emmanuel Sanders, Demaryius Thomas, the running backs for Denver. What is the big storyline for you guys? How do you see this game shaping up tonight? Because you have McCarron, you've got Osweiler taking on one another on Monday Night Football.
I hope that the storyline sticks to what I said early in the week, because you have what you just said. You've got the two backup quarterbacks, the two great defenses. What we saw the Bengals do last week was they got away from the playbook where they're just passing it the majority of the time and still having a decent running game. And last week they focused on the run. Both backs got the ball a ton. A.J. McCarron only threw it, I think, around 21 times, and I'm hoping we see more of that, a real slow, drag-it-down, defensive, low-scoring battle, just because of Emmanuel Sanders. But I said that before this week.
No, so. I agree. It's when you're looking on paper and just at the different matchups throughout the game, you can't feel confident really in anybody. My highest confidence level would be the Denver receivers of Demaryius and Sanders.
Likewise, yeah.
But other than that, I mean, A.J. Green is an elite wide receiver, so he could get it done, but he's got this back problem that knocked him out last week. There was word that maybe he wouldn't even play this game. You're looking at news. What's the latest on Green?
There's nothing newer
on track
than
to play.
Yeah, exactly. There was that thing saying he was on track to play. A.J. Green is a guy that I think a lot of championship teams have already gone away from. They sat him because he was a late game. You didn't know his health. He was in a bad matchup to boot with a bad back. I don't expect good things from A.J. Green, and hopefully you started someone else and it worked out well.
And if you didn't make that decision to start somebody else, you're probably locked into A.J. Green now.
Yeah.
And so you're going to ride him regardless of what we tell you this morning. Maybe you have a backup plan.
Yeah, and no backup plan in this game is going to be better than A.J. Green.
But I guess that would be something to tell people. If you have an open waivers and you need some backup plans for a guy like A.J. Green, then you need to think about who. You need to think about, Marvin Jones is probably owned, and so then you start thinking about Sanu, or the other side of the ball. You start thinking of Vernon Davis and Owen Daniels, Latimer. Those are the pass catchers that you can consider in this type of a game.
Yeah, but it will be interesting for the Bengals just to see how does A.J. McCarron do against an elite level defense like Denver. So at least it'll be interesting to watch. It could be a
Do we remember the over-under in this game?
game.
Because that's what I was going to say.
I think it's got to be low.
I think it was 40.5, but I'll
you see the score in the in the Bills game? That's what I think this game might end up like. The Bills, what was it, 16-9 or something like that?
Very low score.
I sure hope so.
Okay, we're back on Jason's team. We asked you to bear with us as we find a new
It's gone lower. It's 30.
a new host to the show while Jason goes off and does whatever he's going to do with this championship trophy. And
because it's very possible that Jason's physical body just evaporates in a spontaneous combustion. He just becomes a being of light and floats around.
I thought you'd say he'd just be absorbed. He'd be in the trophy.
But he might do that.
We just carry him around with us.
Put the trophy on the seat.
I picture him just floating around because he has left the plane of physical existence.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of medical bills upcoming.
Either way, is your heart healthy?
Yeah.
Now, let me just figure one thing out. If you secure your title tonight,
yes,
what foods will you be eating over the next
celebration dinner.
24 hours?
Whew, that's a great question. I'm definitely having some pumpkin pie. I mean, there's going to be...
Wait, do you have that available to you right now?
It is at my home.
Okay, I thought you'd make one.
Oh,
that's
from Christmas?
Yeah, got a little bit of pumpkin pie. I also have pumpkin pin rolls, which are delicious. Those are the best. Oreo double stuffs. We've got plenty of them
pumpkin
here.
Oreos.
Pumpkin Oreos.
Where are you taking us to lunch to celebrate?
Kentucky Fried Chicken, bro. No, we're going all out. We're going high class. We're going Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
Get that Raising Cane's love. We love Raising Cane's here.
Actually, we're going there in a minute. So, all right, that does it for today's show. We will be back tomorrow. We'll talk some waivers for your Week 17 championship teams. We'll reflect more on the season. We'll probably talk more food and we'll
Let's
medicate
get it
Jason.
done.
Go
All right.
Demaryius Thomas!
Thank you for listening to another edition of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Don't forget to visit us on the web at www.thefantasyfootballers.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.